rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
And welcome back, WEFM family. This morning, they just like to remind you that the program is interactive. The number to call is 457-9997. Also, the number to WhatsApp. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. We just want to wrap up the previous conversation, with the homicides here in Simmons and the Grenadines. You're listening to myself, Ari, and of course, Christal. Christal, I do agree with the fact that it is a combination of the poor parenting and the type of music that people listen to. Now, I haven't been really listening to the more recent dancehall music or hip hop music. Oh no, I listen to some recent hip hop music, but it really is a combination because if you're in a proper environment and you have proper parenting, then you hear these songs and they are just songs to you. There are people who hear songs and they're like, I can do this. I can really do this stuff. I can rap people. I can kill people. And sometimes the artists not even doing it themselves. That's crazy that this is how people are influenced. But I really do hope that the police get this under control, because if the police doesn't get it under control, then it's gonna be left up to the persons in the community. And that is not what we want. Persons in the community should not feel like they need to take police in their community into their own hands. They need to feel safe in their communities. And this is, I highly doubt that they are listening. But the guys who are in these communities committing these crimes, oh gosh, it's Christmas. At least tell yourself it's Christmas and start there.
So put off the crime.
No, I saying at least tell yourself it's Christmas, as in stop at Christmas and let it follow through for the rest of the year.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. I ain't saying stop kill this month and start back next month. I saying let Christmas be the start.
The start of a changed lifestyle. So you have the parents, right? So these are the people who are like responsible for molding, shaping humans, right? From birth straight up. So the first parents, right? If the parents fail, the next institution, we call them institutions. So you have your family, right? And then you have the church. Then you have schools or educational systems, right? You have mass media, and then you have the streets. So if you have the very first institution broken down, that's left for the what? The church. But if they don't go to church, so you mark that out, they go into school. And I could probably put school and, the school trying the best and teach. And I think in some cases, parents expect the schools to be the parents for the children. And if that breaks down, it's insufficient because one teacher had to teach 30 children at the same time, right? They're left to mass media and the streets, and you see where it goes. Anyways.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Let's move on to something really quickly. That Trevor Bailey said.
Yeah, so we want to talk about the ages of the van drivers being changed to 25. Is according to Trevor Bailey when he had his interview last week. So I'm reading from Eyewitness News. It says Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police Trevor Buju Bailey is suggesting that the driving laws be changed so that people aged 25 and older are permitted to drive public service vehicles. It can't be that you are a conductor today being exposed to a van, you steal a chance, and when you are washing down to move a van from here to there, so you get the skill set to drive a van, but you don't have the maturity. Are you that responsible to hold people's lives in your hands? Bailey said on Hot 97 on Thursday.
Why are you laughing?
Because regular drivers also hold the lives of people in their hands.
No, but I mean, I think he's looking at but he's honing in on the issue of poor irresponsible driving within the public sector, private public sector, because it's a partnership really and truly. So the minibus drivers, while they are conducting private business, they are offering a public service, and there needs to be a bit of regulation with that. And I think what he's saying is that today you're a conductor, tomorrow you're a driver, and to like mitigate that, because he doesn't believe that at 21 you are mature enough to be responsible enough on the roads to drive carefully and to turn down your music. Anyways, sometimes the conductors control that. And maybe it is time for us to raise the age for getting an H license to 25, where more than likely you are a bit more mature to provide proper service to the public. I agree with him on that part. I'm going to take it.
Yeah, he said that he would advocate to changing the law to 25.
You want help?
What do you mean?
Would you ask him? Would you if you want some help?
Oh, you said that the head of traffic department is pushing this vigorously.
Yeah,
so I
'cause it
guess
don't-
they
it
have
don't
it
make
in the
sense.
works. They have it in the works.
It doesn't make sense. You are 21. Not saying that there are some 21-year-olds who are very responsible.
Yeah, but they're not the majority, and that is the
Few and
problem.
far between.
Yeah, they're not the majority, and that is the problem. Because when you see them college children on the road, I know, boy.
21, you still looking for the girls and the ladies? Yeah, man. Raise the age of 25. 30 if it takes stock. If it doesn't resolve the problem, 30.
Yeah,
But you had to go through a process, and I think you should be. I know you
I've got
get
call
your.
coming in,
Oh,
yeah.
go ahead. Sorry.
What's going on? Okay, good morning, Joshua. Okay, so I'm guessing the.
Hi.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Good morning, Joshua. You're
Yeah.
live.
you problem.
Yeah, good morning. Are you guys done with crime, or could I speak to that briefly?
You can go ahead. You give your 2 cents.
Yes. There's a singer. I don't know what his name is. He sings a song, St. Vincent is not a real place.
I think I know what calypso you're referring to. Is it
Yes.
Abijah?
Now, believe it or not, St. Vincent is a real place. And Ari, I'll share something with you. I'm 70 years old, right? I'm not wiser than you, but and when I say very little, not crime, poverty has very little to do with crime. I say this out of experience. Now, I've been, for example, right here where I live. I remember when I was when I was employed, I worked for an auto industry, one of the largest car dealerships on the island. And one summer, 2 brothers came home, very wealthy parents. I mean, like wealthy, and they decided to go into the parking lot and play Crash Basharama, and they demolished 38 brand new cars. I've also been in communities, not here in Bermuda, overseas, where the parents are so wealthy, the children are being chauffeur driven to school. And at nights, the young boys and girls would go into neighboring towns or villages and do mailbox bashing. They'll break into houses and steal. I mean, like actually rob.
So what you're
Unfortunately,
okay, I'll let you finish.
No, you go ahead. You ask what you're going to ask.
What you're saying is that it's not only persons who experience poverty, but poverty does have a lot to do with the crimes. Because although these privileged children doing a lot of nonsense, even here in St. Vincent, I know a bunch of situations where privileged children be doing nonsense, but they're doing nonsense out of a choice. A lot of people who are experiencing poverty are doing it out of necessity. And that's what I was trying to tell Roliza the other day, that I have empathy for those who have to steal or burglarize to survive.
No, Ari, I would support you on the whatever you call it, burglarizing or thief, to me it's all the same. But when it comes to more serious crimes, those of you who believe in the Bible says the heart of man is deceitful and desperately wicked. Another funny thing, I find it funny, what the rich kids used to do. They would go into the countryside, go on farms and do cow tipping. Now, cattle sleep standing up, right? You go on a farm, you see animals standing there and they're sleeping. And they would push these animals over. All of that for fun. They would bash people's mailboxes. So there'd always be excitement. And one last thing, Absalom, some guy in the Bible, he was supposed to be a lover boy. His father was king. And he wanted to take over from his father, and he conspired to murder his father. So, if I were to give every Vincentian $1 million tomorrow, Ari is going to go out and commit a crime because he wants $1,001,001.
Nah, good.
But anyway, look, I love you guys, and I keep saying Vincentians are blessed. We live out of boxes and bottles and cans in Bermuda. Everything has to be imported. You could go in your backyard and pick some bush, make some bush tea. Me have to go to the supermarket and buy it off the shelf. So consider yourselves blessed.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joshua.
I love you guys, man, and continue to be the odd couple.
All right, you take care.
All right. So, the flip side of it is, I do think it's unfortunate.
What is the flip side of?
The vans. Back to the
You sure you want to make that statement? The flip side.
Topper.
No, not topper. Topper ever flip over? I was speaking about
Think about it.
vans flipping.
Think about it.
Top.
So
Seriously.
sorry. The flip side of it is a lot of people, I think that people deserve the opportunity, even young adults, that when they come out of school, that they can start their own business. If they have the means to, they can start their vans, start operating their own vans, make a little money for themselves from young. I do think that that's a different side of viewing this. Do we want to police them more, or do we want to stop them altogether from starting this business before 25? Is that fair?
What needs to be done is a proper regulation. In the absence of being able to control the situation, you have to change certain measures. So and changing the age, or suggesting changing the age, raising it, I think is a measure of control to ensure that whosoever is fit to drive is mature enough to conduct themselves on the road. So St. Vincent and the Grenadines, too many vans are being turned over. Too many. And I'm pretty sure the reason he is making that statement is because he's watching the statistics. How many of these drivers that collect tickets and turn over are under the age of 25? Probably too many. So you know what? You have traffic officers, they're not able to control the roads. Just get the drivers off the road and done.
You think there's a slap on the wrist though? This is, we're going to punish you now by taking up the age, and then later someone will come and advocate for the age to come back down.
Don't bring it back down.
I don't know. I disagree with that because, I lost track of time. The time is 8:01 here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We'll be back at 8:05 for more activated mornings this morning. Your time check was brought to you by New Haven Funeral Home.
Death is a fact of life. Even though death is a fact of life, that doesn't make it any easier. When dealing with the loss of a loved one, you may try to be strong, but it's really hard sometimes. But that's just when the experience of the staff at New Haven Funeral Home can demonstrate their compassion and help to guide your family through the difficult time. So in your time of loss, call the New Haven Funeral Home at 457-1830 or